Wanted to ask you about a recent piece that you had in the St. Anthony Messenger.
Right.
And this beautiful piece, and it's based around the Beatitudes. And in the context of this conversation, I was wondering if you have any thoughts on how the Beatitudes may assist us in healing, in mourning, in
Right.
grieving.
In terms of trauma in particular, I mean, blessed are they who mourn, because I think mourning and grief is an integral part of recovery from trauma. It's been said, and I agree with it, that a person doesn't go through combat without grieving. The people that I dealt with, the clergy abuse people, they grieved the loss of their faith as they had it. Okay. Because that was part of what some of these people played on to get them to do these things. And there are all kinds of other situations. Things happen. It's the nature of life, and we have to grieve. We have to face that grief. But the thing about grieving that I would want your listeners to know especially is that there's no correct way to do it. There was this wonderful person that I dealt with some years ago, beautiful faith-based lady, and she had lost her husband of 50 odd years. He said, well, she belonged to a small church that had been very supportive, very gathered around her, very loving. And she said, she really appreciated that, but many of them have given me books about grief. And she, of course, was very compliant. And she said, and I've read them all. It was about 15 books on grief. I said, what do you think? She said, I'm completely confused. She said, one book will tell me to give my husband's belongings away right away. Another book will tell me keep them as long as I want to, and on and on and on. So you know what I did? I gave her a book to read.
Here's your 16th book.
Absolutely. But what I gave her was A Grief Observed by C.S. Lewis,
Mm.
which was really his journal for the first year after he lost his wife. It's a beautiful book. There's no easy answers. And at the end of the book, it's not like after the year of grieving, it's not like, okay, I'm done, I'm fine. It's very clear he's going to grieve the loss of his wife, Joy, for the rest of his life. Okay. So I recommended that book to this lady. She loved it. She came back a week later and said, I loved that book. It gave me permission to just deal with this the way that I'm dealing with it. And so the things about grief that I think are helpful to accept is, one, there's no correct way to do it. And two, it never really goes away.